Yo, what's up guys, Orochi here. Today I'll be doing a deck profile video for the cross slash the legend deck. So right now this deck is pretty hyped in the meta. So let's start the deck profile with the great zeros, the starter. So the starter, I'm running Lizard Soldier Undukes. This is the new starter for Kagero in the legend deck. It is a pretty good card for as a starter in new Kagero system because it helps you search a Overlord easily. So skill is Generation Break 1. You may counterblast 1 soul charge this unit, and you may search for a Overlord Grade 3 card and put it in your hand. So that's for the starter. Okay, now for the grade 3s. I'm running 9 grade 3s, 4 the cross, 3 the end, and 2 the legend. So for the cross skill is Legion, 22k with the end, and when this unit perform Legion, you may search for a card with the same name in your Vanguard, so you can search for either the cross or the end. And his effect is Counterblast 1 when this unit attack does not hit, and you may Counterblast 1 and burn 2 units, retire 2 units from on your opponent field. So it is a really pressurizing card with the end, since if it hits, then you may retire 2, and if you hit, you may restand with the end skill, and if it's not hit, you may counterblast 1 and burn 2. So the end normal is a quite basic skill, I can say, since it's a really old card. Counterblast 2, Persona Blast, and you may restand your Vanguard. So next, the legend, the new card for Kagero. So the skill is Generation Break 2, Counterblast 1, and you may discard an Overlord Grade 3 from your hand. Flame Dragon Grade 3 from your hand, and this unit get extra +1 grade, so it's a grade 4 card, and it gets an additional drive check and plus 15k power. And if you attack the rear guard, and you may discard 3 and restand your Vanguard. So it's a really strong card. So this deck, this deck is the cross deck. You focus on cross. The legend is just a support for the cross. And the other skill is Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and you may check top 5 for the Flame Dragon and add it to your hand. Okay, so that's for my grade 3. Okay, now for grade 2s. I'm running 4 Burnout, 4 Neo Flames, and 3 Burning Horns. The reason why I run 4 Neo Flame is just because I'm focusing on retiring more and a bit rushing, since this days meta pretty much rear guard wins the game. So first, 4 Burnout, Dragonic Burnout. Skill is when you place this unit on the rear guard, and you may Soul Blast 1 and put 1 Overlord Grade 3 back to your deck, bottom of your deck. Then you may retire 1 of your opponent's rear guards. So pretty good card. So you can recycle your DNs back to your deck, and then you may re-legion with the cross, and you can get another grade 3 Overlord. And you can use the legend skill as well. So next, the Neo Flame. When this unit is placed on a rear guard, and rear guard same column with this unit means your opponent rear guard is placed into a drop zone, and you may counterblast 1 and retire another unit from that column. So it retires the whole column lah. The concept of this card. Next, Burning Horn Dragon, 12k for Overlords. Okay, so that's for my grade 2. Okay, so now for great ones. I'm running 4 Protect Orbs. The G Unflipper now. It's a flame dragon, so it's really important. I mean quite important in the deck, but nulls are important. So yeah. So 4 Protect Orbs. Skill is when you have another copy in the drop zone, you may unflip one. When you perfect guard the attack. So yeah. Next, I'm running 4 Conroe, the new card from the Legend set. So this is a new key card to Kagero, and it is really important nowadays. So skill is when this unit is placed onto a rear guard, you may show and grade 3 in your hand, and you may get an Overlord grade 3, and you may search an Overlord grade 3 from your deck and add it to your hand, and you may discard 1 card after that. So another skill is, this is the skill that we use most, the second skill. Retire this unit and you may count, and when your Vanguard attacks, you may counter charge 2. So if you are using the ace skill, you can counter charge 2 times. So let's say you may unflip 4 damage. So yeah. Next, I'm running 3 Lava Flows, strike fodder for a deck. I run 3 because this deck really focus on the grade 3 Vanguard, because you have to discard a lot of Overlords in terms to use a skill. So yeah. 2 Calamities just to recycle the cross, just to do the loop skill for it. I can unlimitedly Legion with the cross if I'm using Calamity skill. It is a really good card to use in the deck. So yeah. Okay, so now for my triggers, I'm running 8 crit, 4 draws and 4 heal. Okay, so for Gatling Claw skill is when this unit is placed on the rear guard, you may counterblast 1, soul charge this unit, and you may retire one of your opponent's grade 0. So this is an early game rush card in the deck. Like I said earlier, I'm focused more on retiring, so this is a good card to retire the nuisance of your opponent's starter, because these days starters are really strong and pretty rushing. So this is a good card to use. Okay, so now for a strike zone, I'm running 2 L Express, the new card from the Legend set. So this is a final turn card. So the skill is Generation Break 2, Crown plus 1, and you may persona flip him. And your opponent cannot use grade 1 and above to guard from your hand. And if your opponent is in the 5th damage or more, their trigger effects is nullified. So that means if your opponent is in the 5th damage and if they got a heal trigger, it is useless. So that's for it. Next, I'm running 2 the Ace. So the Ace is the somehow main star in the strike deck, but the Legend is better than him right now. So skill is Card plus 2, and may discard Overlord card persona flip him first, then you may discard Overlord grade 3 from your hand. After that, you may discard another card. So when this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may restand it, and it gains 5k, and it -1 drive check, so two normal drive checks for him. It is a really good card to stack. So yeah. Next, I'm running 2 Root Flares. The reason why I run Root Flare is I found that he's pretty good in mid game, so you can retire your opponent rear guards. And next, I'm running 1 Mustafa. His skill is Crown Blast 1. You may retire one of your opponent rear guards, and if you have more Mustafa face up, you may unflip your damage. And 1 Vortex, the new legend deck card. So the skill is when you strike, you may unflip 1, persona 1, any strike card you want. Then if your attack hits, you may retire 2 rear guards, because it follows a heart. If your heart is in Legion, you may retire 3. If it's just a normal unit in your heart, you may retire 2, since he's a Flame Dragon as well. The reason why I run one of him and one of Mustafa, because if you really want to retire a unit, you may use Mustafa's skill immediately. If not, just to pressure your opponent, you may use Vortex skill just to inflict each of them, either one of them. So that's the cross / the legend deck profile. Hope you enjoy the video, and this is a new setup I'm using. Hope you enjoy it and like it. Please subscribe if you haven't, and leave me a thumbs